Hello everybody, welcome back to Making It Up. I'm Isa and today I am back to recreating another Pinterest makeup look. I've done one of these videos in the past. It was a big challenge and basically the premise is people recreate their outfits that they save on Pinterest. I wanted to do that but with makeup. I want to continue the series simply because it's always very fun and I always challenge myself when I do this because I'm usually picking looks that I'd never do, things that are maybe a little complicated like today's look is because I picked a very challenging look. I might be overstretching it a little bit. I don't know if that's the correct word, but I don't know if it's gonna go well. But the whole point of doing this is just to challenge myself to have fun with makeup and at the end of the day, realize makeup is just makeup. If it's not looking good, I can take it off, I can try something else. So yeah, that's kind of the point of this video. I'm really excited to be continuing the series. Don't look at my nails, they're very chipped and disgusting, but I didn't have time to do them before the video. But anyways, I need to stop delaying the situation. It's always fun when you don't know how it's gonna turn out, okay? So let's get started. Let me just begin. I'll just conceal a little bit before getting started because I'm obviously starting with my eyes. As I'm about to show you, this is a very eye-focused look. It's kind of graphic and I'm really scared. So let me just put on a little bit of concealer and then we can move on. So this is the look. And basically, look, it's so gorgeous. It's bleached brows. That's not gonna happen today, but just a, I don't know, super grungy, cool look, but it's still precise. I tend to get a bit messy, so I don't know how it's gonna go. It's kind of like a cut crease, which I never do. I don't think I'm good at doing that either, but you know what? We're here to try things out. So I'm gonna start by priming. Let's prime the eyes. Today I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is the anti-aging one. I usually use the regular one, but I had to steal some things from my mom because I forgot primer and I obviously didn't bring my whole makeup collection with me. So I'm just using hers, but I recommend the normal one. I think it's the same as this one. I don't understand the anti-aging aspects of this, but my mom loves it. So if you want a little extra anti-aging, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna be using a liner to kind of sketch everything out, and then we're gonna go in with the eyeshadow to blend it out. I'm starting to sweat. I'm starting to sweat. Oh my god. So the shape, it's like a freaking cat eye, but rounded. So I'm gonna just relax my eyes like normal. I'm not gonna do anything like this. I'm just gonna relax. I'm oh, okay, it goes pretty far in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a very phantom sketch. Also, don't be like me and use a pencil that you know works for you. I don't know if this pencil works for me because I haven't really used it. I'm really scared. I think I'm gonna go in with a tiny brush first because I think this is gonna help me blend everything out, so. Not too bad. It's a little messy, but it's not bad. Okay, so it's getting to be a little bit easier with this brush that I have here because it's kind of blending everything out. Is this the correct shape? Similar. I'm gonna not be taking it out too much right now because I just know when I'm blending I'm gonna go a little bit overboard, so. It's messy, but as an initial sketch, it's looking good. I'm impressed, I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was gonna be a disaster from the start, but it's all looking too bad. So what I'm gonna go do right now is attempt to do it on the other eye. Wish me luck. Okay, so eye 2 is done and it got a little bit more messy than eye 1, but I think if I just look straight at you or straight into the mirror, it is more or less kind of matching, right? It's not too bad. So I'm gonna leave it at that for this step. I'm obviously at the end just gonna go ahead and clean up on the inside so that it can look a little bit more crisp. But right now, all I'm gonna do is add. It definitely needs a little more intensity and it's a little thicker, but I'm gonna do that with eyeshadow. And for that, I'm gonna be using 2 palettes. I'm gonna be using the Nabla Nude Cutie palette. And I'm just gonna be using the black on this palette because it's really intense and I really like it. But this is more of a cool tone look. So I'm going to be using the ColourPop of quartz. And I'm probably gonna be using a few shades here. This is my mom's. You know I'm not a cool tone person, but you know what? We're challenging ourselves. So I think I'm gonna start off with this gray right here. Okay, cool. I have another brush that it's slightly larger than the other one that I was using. Like this is the one that I was using before. And I'm just gonna use this one with the gray to build up, and then I'm probably gonna go back to the tiny brush for the black. Okay, so this is pretty like smoky, mostly out here, and a little bit smoky in here. I'm also taking a relatively clean brush that has nothing to do with these colors and just run it along the edges to just be very smoky. I don't know, this side got a bit messy, like this side's a little more defined. I'm gonna go in with the black now, and I'm gonna go little by little so that we don't create a huge mess. This is plastic, and I like this formula a lot because it's very easy to blend and go little by little. And I'm gonna be running over the shape, but also filling in a little bit more. Okay, so I've been intensifying this one for a while, and I'm still not getting the desired black. I suspect that this human being, she probably used a lot of eyeliner, which I didn't do because I don't know why I didn't do that. It gets a little harder when you do it with eyeliner, so I'm gonna try and go over with a little bit of this. I don't know if it's a great idea because it could get a little patchy, but we're gonna try and attempt to do this. To add more darkness and depth. To be completely honest with you, that didn't do much, but now I'm gonna go into the lower lash line because she also has a pretty heavy lower lash line situation. So I'm gonna do that, then I'm gonna probably mess around with the top a little bit more because, you know, it's just what needs to happen so that I am able to create the intensity that I want. It's not as intense, but I'm gonna move on and then I'm gonna review. There's gonna be a lot of back and forth. This is obviously a look that's gonna take time, but I'm not gonna take it through the whole process because you don't want to be here for 2 hours. Trust that you don't. She has like it's an all over situation, so I'm just gonna go in all over with the liner and blending it out as I go. And also making sure to connect here, very important. I'm gonna do the same process with a little bit of the gray. It isn't very smoked out, like the lower lash line is not as smoked out, but I still want to add a little bit of depth. Another thing that I am noticing right now is that she has like a very, very thin line across her lash line, and she kind of has like the inner corner lined as well. Going back in with the Pat McGrath Permagel, and I'm gonna use a tiny, tiny brush, just coating it with the product, and this is gonna give me a straighter line. I'm using mostly Spectrum and Katie Jane Hughes brushes because I love the collection. It has to be like super thin line, and then do like the inner corner. Okay, not gonna lie to you, I am tired of trying to intensify this like any longer. I don't want to do that. So now I'm just gonna finish up the eyes and then I can move on. It looks like she's wearing zero mascara. I will be wearing a tiny bit of mascara. I'm using my Maybelline Colossal Curl Bounce, and I'm just adding the tiniest bit of this, like literally the smallest bit. Also hitting the lower lashes a little. And now I'm just gonna go and clean up. Like I'm probably just gonna refine the lines in here so that they aren't as thick. And I'm just gonna make sure I clean up this area very well so that the shape is well defined. And then I can come back and finish the face with you. My base is done. Now let's do some brows and cheeks. For the cheeks, it doesn't look like she has a lot. Honestly, it kind of just looks like she's bronzy. There's a little bit of definition there and maybe a little bit of blush, but that could be also like her natural skin just showing through. So I'm gonna first do the brows because that's easier. My brows aren't bleached, but I am just gonna be shaping them with the e.l.f. brow lift. Like if she has bleached brows, then I don't need to fill mine in for the look. I'm going to bronze / contour with the Benefit Hoola bronzer. You guys know I love that one. But I'm just gonna run this, like, you know, on the usual areas. I don't want to go too ham, just make sure that I contour. For blush, I'm using the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo in Soft Peach. She has more of like a pinkish vibe, keeping it in theme with the whole cool tone eye situation. I don't have a pink tone blush, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of this. It's not like she has much blush on, so this will work. Let's move on to the lips. My lips are so dry and disgusting right now. So sorry about that. She has kind of like pinkish lips, like just a pink. I also don't have a pink, so I stole some pinks from my mom. I have this L'Oreal Glow Paradise Nude Heaven, but I'm not sure if it's a little too dark. What do we think? I feel like it is a little too dark. I also have this NARS Afterglow Lip Balm in Orgasm, and I feel like this is gonna be more pink, like appropriate. Yeah, this kind of looks like that. It's a little more pink than hers. Maybe we can add a little bit of the other one on top and see what happens. Magic. I don't love this lip, and I don't love it with this eye. Like, it's just not calling to me. Maybe it's because it doesn't really go with the blush or anything, but just dab a little bit off. Lips, not my favorite, but I think it's good enough, right? Okay, so now we are here up close with my face. I have to say, I surprised myself. I thought this was gonna be more of a mess, and I don't wanna like use my eyebrows and express myself too much because then the look doesn't look great. This is made to be like a monotone, like, you know, look. But I think I did good. I didn't get as intense as she did. Like, it's definitely a little bit more subdued. But if I got more intense, I fear that I may have gotten overboard and gotten a little too messy and crazy. So I think this is good. The rest of the face is like, eh. It's just, you know, regular makeup. And the lips aren't my favorite. But the essence of the look is the eyes. And I think I captured it. Not gonna lie. Okay friends, and that is it for today's look. This was better than the last recreating Pinterest video that I did. It's definitely a lot less colorful than that one, but I think I did better. What do we think? Do we like it? Hate it? Let me know. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this kind of content, if you want me to continue doing this series. And if you have any looks that you think I should recreate that would be fun or challenging, or you know, you just want to see me fail, then let me know as well down below. If you enjoy super easy and real makeup and beauty content, kind of like today's video, then please make sure to subscribe. I post every week and I'd love to have you back. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. I definitely did. I hope you learned something new, and I hope this is a message for you to not take makeup too seriously and just play and see what happens. Thank you guys again for watching. I love you, and I will see you right here for my next one. Bye everyone. Mwah.